Hi guys, and welcome to Pencils and Prayers. Today I'm going to be doing a collab that is hosted by Valerie over at our Homeschool Castle, where I'm going to talk about how we individualize our home education in our family. Make sure you go over to her channel, give her a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, let her know that I sent you over there. Let's get started. So, how do we individualize homeschooling for our family? I'm not going to make this a super long and drawn out video because really it comes down to three important things. The first thing is rhythm. So every single family has a natural rhythm in how they do school. The time they wake up, the time they go to sleep. If you go to my website, at pencilsandprayers.com, I actually have a printable that can help you figure out how to do your routine. And it'll ask you different questions about your day. Do you have other commitments? When do you wake up? When do you eat? Things like that. And by answering those questions, you can figure out what your routine looks like based off of your natural rhythm. When do your kids learn best? When do they learn worst? When do they have better attention span? Things like that. So the first thing we do is we figure out our rhythm as a family. So those areas where we are most similar, and we do activities that would be best suited to that. And then on top of that, I figure out each person's individual rhythm. So for example, I am not a morning person. So for me to jump into math in the morning, whether or not my kids are good at it, since I am the instructor, not gonna work for me. But as our family, around the 9 o'clock hour, we're all pretty well awake and we're having breakfast, and that works really well for our family. So the first thing that we do is we figure out our rhythm as a family and each person's natural rhythm. The next thing we do to individualize our education in our home is learning styles. Now, obviously as a teacher, you want to better understand how you teach, but the biggest thing in this type of a video is in our home, we really focus on how our children learn. So if we have an auditory learner, if they learn better by hearing, if they learn better visually, if they learn better by doing. I have a very kinesthetic child who loves to do Legos and figure out how things work and touch and feel and explore that way. And I have a daughter who really likes to just kind of sit back and listen and watch. Even though she is super active, she likes to hear things and listen and be really attentive in that way. And she loves watching things. And so the second way that we really individualize our education is by figuring out how each pupil in our home learns. I'm not going to give my child a curriculum that is going to be a lot of sitting and listening the entire time if I know that they're going to learn best by actually doing and touching and feeling, and vice versa. If I know that there are strengths in their learning patterns, then I'm going to want to do a curriculum that's going to work for them in that regard. The last way that we individualize our education in our home for each child is by their needs. If you have a child with special needs, whether it's dyslexia or there's another learning disability or there's a genetic disorder or something like that, those are things that you want to take into consideration. Now, that's not to say that you're going to guarantee that your child is going to be behind and that you should be discouraged. Instead, you should take that and explore it and better understand it, because every single child has a special need. And I don't mean to belittle or make special need cases that we typically think of as being special need to make them any different or to negate the struggle that goes along with some of those things. But I'm a firm believer in when we isolate those with special needs that we typically think of, we fail to realize that everyone learns different. It may be more obvious, it may not. You may struggle because of a physical handicap. You may struggle in learning because of a mental handicap, but every single child learns differently because of the way that God made them. And I want my children to know that everyone has differences. And so the way that we best individualize our learning is to really get to know our child, understand his rhythm, his routine, understand how he receives information best through his learning style. And then once we kind of understand his learning style, we start to really take apart some of the confusion and the misunderstanding, and we can really see who that student is, which will reveal some of those special needs, some of those things that could make learning a little bit more difficult if they're not given the right attention and the right help. Those are the 3 ways that we individualize homeschooling in our home. I hope this was really helpful for you. What are some ways that you individualize homeschooling in your home? Comment below, let me know. If this was helpful for you, please like it, subscribe for more videos. I am busting out all sorts of collabs, and I am so excited to be in playlist with some other amazing women that have helped me in my journey, and I hope I can share that encouragement with you. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.